We're learning new details about that ambush that left 2 firefighters dead in Coeur d'Alene. Police have identified the suspect, who they say intentionally set a brush fire to lure the first responders to the scene. And that's where Chief National Correspondent Matt Gutman is with the latest. Good morning, Matt.
Hey, good morning. Well, I want to give you a sense of the chaos and the terror up on that mountain during the ambush. At one point, the SWAT team decides they've got to go retrieve the bodies of those slain firefighters. They move up there in an armored car. They take fire from the suspect, and they're concerned at some point that the suspect is going to try to use his vehicle or the firefighting vehicles to get away somehow. So they decide they've got to push his vehicle off a cliff, take out the firefighting vehicles by slashing the tires, even shooting into the engine blocks.
This morning, authorities working to zero in on a motive for the ambush they say this man, 20-year-old Wess Roley, set for firefighters.
We've got 2 unresponsive battalion chiefs.
They had responded to a routine brush fire, which authorities say the suspect set to lure them into a death trap. The 2 battalion chiefs gunned down a 3rd firefighter, critically wounded. And this morning, we learned that the firefighters actually interacted with the suspect before the shooting.
Yeah, the firefighters arrived on the scene, and his vehicle was pretty close to where the firefighters parked, and they asked him to move it, and there was some back and forth, and then all of a sudden the shots were fired.
So they never had a chance.
Never had a chance.
42-year-old Battalion Chief Frank Harwood, the father of 2, served 17 years with the Kootenai Fire and Rescue Department, and Battalion Chief John Morrison spent over 28 years with the Coeur d'Alene Fire Department. He was 52. Both could have retired, but stayed on the job.
One of the most absolute darkest days that either one of these organizations has ever faced.
Now, as they search for a motive, the sheriff telling me that at one point the suspect had hoped to be a firefighter one day, and the sheriff also telling me they hope to have this fire out by tomorrow, and then it'll be a few days before they process the scene, partly because that brush fire swept through and partly because they pushed that suspect's vehicle off the cliff.